Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel where we talk about everything sports related. Today, we'll be discussing Kai Sotto's performance in Year 2 of the National Basketball League, NBL. As one of the most promising young basketball players in the Philippines, many fans and experts were excited to see how he would fare in the NBL. After a year of playing with the Adelaide 36ers, did he show any growth in his skills? Let's find out. To evaluate Kai Sotto's performance in the NBL, let's start by looking at his statistics. In his rookie year, he played a total of 14 games, averaging 3.3 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 0.7 blocks per game. He also shot 44.4% from the field and 27.3% from the three-point line. In his second year, Sotto played a total of 15 games and averaged 4.7 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 0.9 blocks per game. He also shot 41.7% from the field and 23.8% from the three-point line. While these numbers may not seem like a significant improvement, it's important to consider that Sotto played almost 4 more minutes per game in his second year, giving him more opportunities to make an impact on the court. In addition to his individual statistics, Kai Sotto's second year in the NBL showed that he was becoming more comfortable and confident on the court. In his rookie year, Sotto was still adjusting to the level of competition and the physicality of the game. However, in his second year, he looked much more at ease on the court, displaying a level of maturity and composure that belied his young age. One aspect of Sotto's game that was particularly impressive in his second year was his aggressiveness and assertiveness. He was no longer content to just play a supporting role on the court, but instead looked to take charge and make plays. This was evident in his increased scoring output, as he was more willing to take shots and attack the basket. He also showed a willingness to take on defenders and create scoring opportunities for his teammates. Defensively, Sotto also made great strides in his second year. He demonstrated better awareness and anticipation in blocking shots and protecting the rim, which helped to make the Adelaide 36ers a more formidable defensive team. Sotto's length and athleticism made him a formidable presence in the paint, and he showed a willingness to contest shots and disrupt the opposition's offensive game plan. Despite his growth in these areas, Sotto still has areas of his game that he needs to work on. One of the key areas that he needs to improve is his shooting, particularly from beyond the arc. While he showed some improvement in his mid-range game, he still struggled from long range, shooting just 23.8% from three-point range in his second year. If he can develop a more consistent three-point shot, he will become an even more dangerous offensive threat and help his team spread the floor. Overall, Kai Sotto's second year in the NBL showed that he was on the path to becoming a complete player. He demonstrated growth in his offensive and defensive skills, as well as his overall approach to the game. As he continues to develop and mature, he has the potential to become one of the best players in the league, and perhaps even beyond. While Kai Sotto has shown great progress in several areas of his game, including his defense and his offensive aggressiveness, there is still room for improvement in his shooting, especially from beyond the arc. His three-point shooting percentage dropped in his second year in the NBL, possibly due to a higher volume of attempts, but it remains an area of his game that needs work. With his towering height, Sotto has the potential to become a dominant force both inside and outside the paint. Developing a consistent three-point shot would not only help him score more points, but also stretch the floor and create more space for his teammates. This would make him a more valuable asset on the court and a more difficult player to defend against. Improving his three-point shooting will require continued hard work and dedication, but with his work ethic and natural talent, there is no doubt that Sotto has the potential to become a more well-rounded player. By taking the time to work on his shooting mechanics and form, and by putting in the necessary practice time, Sotto could become a real threat from beyond the arc, making him an even more formidable opponent for his rivals in the NBL. In conclusion, while Kai Sotto has shown significant growth in many areas of his game in his second year in the NBL, there is still work to be done to improve his shooting, particularly from beyond the arc. With the right training and dedication, Sotto has the potential to become an even more well-rounded and dominant player on the court. Fans of the sport will be eagerly watching to see how his game develops over time. In conclusion, while Kai Sotto's statistics may not have seen a dramatic improvement in his second year in the NBL, the growth he displayed in other areas of his game suggests that he is on the right track to becoming an elite player. One of the most notable aspects of his growth was the increased level of confidence and assertiveness he showed on the court. This allowed him to become more of an offensive threat and made him a more valuable player for the Adelaide 36ers. In addition to his growth on offense, Sotto's defense also showed improvement in his second year. He demonstrated better awareness and anticipation in protecting the rim and showed an ability to read the opposition's offensive plays. This allowed him to contest more shots and make more defensive stops, which was a significant factor in his team's success on the court. While there are still areas of his game that require improvement, such as his three-point shooting, Sotto's potential is undeniable. As a young player with immense physical talent and the drive to improve, he has the potential to become one of the best players in the league. With continued hard work and dedication, we can expect to see him grow and develop his skills further and become an even more dominant force on the court. In conclusion, Kai Sotto's second year in the NBL was a positive step in his development as a basketball player. While his statistical improvement may not have been dramatic, his growth in other areas of his game suggests that he has the potential to become a great player in the future. Fans and experts alike will undoubtedly be watching his career closely and eagerly anticipating his future achievements on the court. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more sports-related content.